Good afternoon, everyone. You're very welcome to the stream. Hi there. So, here we are. The second last race of the season. I can't believe it's come to this already. And amazingly, we have 18 drivers that can still win the championship. That's so incredible. I was actually saying in my preview video yesterday, could you imagine a world in Formula 1 where you go into the last weekend of the season and 18 drivers could still win the championship? It absolutely defies belief. But that's the reality of the situation we're in here. And so things are very, very interesting indeed. We have Vergne on pole position. We have Costa in second place, and we have Degrassi in third place. But if you're looking for Nick De Vries, the championship leader, he's way down. He's I think he's starting in 19th place today. Actually, yeah, we have the listing here on screen if I move slightly. So yeah, we have De Vries starting in 19th place. And we have Vries, who's second in the championship, starting in 23rd. So this doesn't work. This doesn't work very well for them. Hopefully they can qualify a little bit better tomorrow, but there could be substantial damage done to their championship credentials today, depending on how things go. So it's really exciting though. Anyone could win this. Degrassi and Vergne being in the mix, that for me is the most interesting part of all of this. Let me see if I can get the yes, if we can get the standings up. Let's have a look at the current championship standings. So here we are. So Nick De Vries is in first place in the championship at the moment. Robin Vries is in second, and Sam Bird is in third. Of course, Sam Bird is starting way down as well today, so that's not good for him. We have Jake Dennis in fourth place. Jake Dennis has had a good qualifying, so he's starting well. Da Costa, as we mentioned, who's in fifth, is starting in second. Lynn is in sixth. Cassidy seventh. Evans is in eighth. Mortara ninth. Rast in 10th. Now, let me skip ahead and bring us all the way down to the qualifying so we can see what we're up against now in a couple of minutes. Joel Eriksson starts in last place. Robin Vries, as I mentioned, second place in the championship. He's starting in 23rd place. Stoffel Van Dorn, also a contender for the championship, a potential winner, starting in 22nd place. And Alex Lynn, the winner last time out in the second London E-Prix, is starting in 21st place. Moving from there, if we look at the next, I have too many things on my screen at the moment. Turvey starts in 20th. Nick De Vries, championship leader, starting in 19th. Sete Camera is in 18th. Blankfist is in 17th. Sims is in 16th. Lotterer 15th. Cassidy 14th. Rast is in 13th. Bird, of course, third place in the championship, is starting in 12th, so he does have a chance of getting some points. It's not the worst placement when you consider where De Vries and Vries are, and we have Oliver Rowland then in 11th place. And then, just looking at the rest of the qualifying, Maxi Gunter qualified in 10th place, Verline was in 9th, Dennis was in 8th, and Evans then was in 7th. Any of those guys could win the championship, of course. 18 out of the 24 on the grid today can win the championship, so that's such an amazing start. It blows my mind. It blows my mind, and we haven't even started racing yet. Hopefully the race is as good as the championship permutations. We'll find out in not too long. We're actually getting ready to start now. They're just walking down through the grid at the moment, and we're seeing all the latest with the drivers. Now, let me move from here. So the Super Pole then consisted of the 6 drivers you can see kind of blued out at the moment. And I blew them out because that isn't the final standing. Here's the final standing. So Jean-Eric Vergne was fastest in qualifying, and he was fastest in Super Pole. So he was fairly consistent there. Da Costa will start in second place. Degrassi starts in third. Then we have Mortara, who's once again interested in the championship. He's back. He's starting in fourth place. Nato is starting in fifth place. The interesting thing is this could be one of Nato's last races in Formula E, because apparently Lucas Degrassi might be taking his seat at Venturi next season. Audi, of course, leaving the sport at the end of this season. So that's interesting. And who have I missed out? Yeah, Sebastian Buemi starts in 6th. He usually qualifies well. He's sitting somewhere like 20th in the championship at the moment, so he's always in the last group to go out qualifying, which helps his case. He had a little bit of a bottleneck last time. He did finish quite well in London, but he did cause a bit of a bottleneck. So I'm kind of intrigued to see if the same thing is going to happen again. this time out? We're going to find out very shortly. So the cars are actually just getting ready to pull up now to their starting blocks. So it's all ahead of us. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for both of the races, I have to say. Both tomorrow and today. Double headers to finish out this championship. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know in the comments. It could be anyone. It could be anyone. I've said I'd really like to see Vries win this. Based on his current championship or starting position, I don't think he's going to do it. I'm a big fan of Costa as well, I have to say. I can tolerate Jean-Eric Vergne. I like him as well, but I want Costa to beat Vergne. He did it last season. It will be nice to see it again. But I won't complain either way. I won't complain either way. There's Vries on board with him now in 19th place. Sander says, I hope Vries will be champion. Yeah, well, he has a big challenge ahead of himself today. Vries can do it though. Anything can happen in Formula E. We saw that in Valencia where he won. Sander, you hate DS Tech Cheat. Oh, okay. I commiserate with you because they're 1 and 2 at the moment, but maybe they'll take each other out. Vries, of course, could be moving to Formula 1 next season with Williams. Okay, the race is off. They've started. I can see my tracking hasn't started, though, for some reason. I need to work on that. So, Vergne is in first place. De Costa holds second. De Grassi holds third. Mortara is in fourth. Something's happening here. Evans has gone past Buemi. There's a bit of action further down the field. They're not really showing us what's happening. Lots of cars side by side here. Let's see how this plays out as they funnel through here, through the corner. Bird has had an incident here with Dennis. Alright, so we have Vergne leading, De Costa in second, De Grassi is in third, Mortara fourth, Nato fifth, Evans is in sixth, Buemi now is in seventh. He's his teammate Roland just behind him. It looks like Dennis had made a move on Vergne. Let's have a look at this, see if we see any replays here. Yeah, Roland is very close to his teammate now. And Dennis is battling with Vergne here. So that's an ongoing. Oh, Vergne might lose the position here. Who's this coming in? It's Cassidy. It looks like Cassidy is true. No, Vergne has the inside line. He's going to hold that for a second. And Gunter is getting interested in this as well. So very tight racing here happening at the moment. Blomqvist is in the pit for some reason. Not sure what's happening with Blomqvist. Rio TG, you can play the video but mute the volume so it won't get copyrighted. It will be better. Possibly. I'll possibly get away with that, but at the same time, I don't want to get copyrighted. Believe me, I have thought about this. I have thought about if there's any way around doing this. I know there's the famous incident of the guy on Twitch who's holding a control pad pretending to be playing the game as he's streaming it. Yeah, I'm not going to go there yet, but I certainly will be looking into this. I feel like every time I put up a video that contains something from Formula 1, even without the volume on it, I always get it marked for copyright, so I don't take any chances. So nobody has taken attack mode yet that I can see. Who's going to pull off the first big move of this race? I guess so many guys being in contention here, they would be fairly nervous to do something. So this now becomes an interesting one for Costa. So do you sit and you hold second place, knowing that you're very well placed in the championship, and hope you qualify well tomorrow, or do you go for everything here? Do you go for the points? I don't know how Da Costa's mindset is for this. I can tell you that by the shape of Di Grassi's car, he's certainly not hanging around. I think he wants this. Di Grassi, though, of course, is a little bit further down in the championship. Ivan Braz, good afternoon. Let me say your city, and hopefully I don't get it wrong. Jacari in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Hopefully I've said that right. You're very welcome. We don't have too many Brazilians in this championship, unfortunately. Now that Felipe Massa is out of the mix. Oh, well, actually I say that. Of course, Di Grassi is Brazilian. I apologize. How could I forget? So I'm guessing you're shouting for Di Grassi today. So far, so good. Nobody's going too crazy out there at the moment. Roland has made up 3 positions as well. That's interesting to see that. Vries is up into 21st, but very, very far away from the points at the moment. Rio, you're watching from New Zealand. You're very welcome. I guess you are shouting for Mitch Evans then. Mitch Evans, of course, has signed up for Jaguar next year. There were rumours he'd be going to Porsche, but he's staying with Jaguar. I think it's a good choice. Jaguar are a very good team. Oh, I feel the tension. I feel the nerves here. Not much is happening, but I can kind of sense the tension. Da Costa seems to have closed up a little bit on Vergne, though. So he's keeping in touch, and Di Grassi is keeping in touch. Di Grassi has a small gap now with Mortara in 4th place. It's not a huge gap. Not a huge gap at all. Ah, attack mode. It's Lotterer. He's the first guy to take it. Rio, yes, I am watching the race. I am. I have it in front of me, although I will say my stream is slightly delayed for the live times that are on the screen at the moment. So, you know, the tracker or the race tracker and the timing screen that I have are ahead of where I am at the moment. So I'm trying my best not to look at that at the moment and not spoil any moves for myself. Vries is up into 19th. He's just overtaken Lynn. Yeah, none of them are taking the attack mode yet. I'm wondering now when oh, here's a move. Gunter is past Cassidy, and it looks like Bird is also going to try and get past. If Bird could move himself into the points, that would be great for his championship credentials. Oh, it's all happening here. Rast is trying it as well. Oh, so Cassidy must have some kind of issue here. He's been overtaken by 3 cars in quick succession here. Fastest lap goes to Lotterer. He has attack mode though, and Sims has taken attack mode as well. It looks like we're using the 8-minute attack mode here again today. So that must have been fairly successful in London the last time around for them to decide to take it again. So as I was saying earlier, I wonder now what Vergne is going to do and what Costa is going to do. Ooh, I thought for a second Costa was going for attack mode. He just wiggled the car just as they were coming around the corner. Vergne has gone for it. Off he goes. Can he hold his position? Yes, he can. He stays ahead of Dennis. No, sorry, he stays ahead of Gunter. He's behind Dennis, but he'll be closing down Dennis now. So he's about 2 seconds behind Dennis at the moment. But can we close that gap with attack mode? Obviously, he's lost a little bit of time by taking attack mode. None of the top 5 have taken attack mode yet. So I was saying earlier, Nato might be on his way out of Venturi if Di Grassi gets his seat. So the pressure is really on Nato now to have a very strong race today. Of course, he's behind his teammate right now, which isn't great for his hopes of retaining that seat, but he is well placed. And as I keep saying, and as we all know in Formula E, absolutely anything can happen. It really can. It's insane. Usable energy, that'll become a big factor as we get closer to the end. The drivers are so much better at that now. They go 0.321. Oh, both of the Nissans have taken attack mode at the same time, and oh, Vergne is tangling with Roland at the moment. Roland has held his position, so Vergne drops back down into 10th place, and Buemi seems to have gotten away with that one. A little bit of movement here from Bird as well. Has he gotten past anyone? Oh, somebody's going very, very slow here. It looks like a puncture. It's Vergne. Oh, it's Vergne. Oh no, I thought Vergne could be a dark horse for this championship. This is not good. He probably won't get any points today unless we have some of that that kind of craziness that I've mentioned so many times. So what happened with... Yes, so when he touched wheels with Roland, it looks like he's picked up a puncture. He's an issue with his tire, and I'm hearing there's something happening with Sam Bird as well. Let's find... Oh, there's Bird. He's stopped. Bird has stopped on the track. Oh, no. So we have Vergne and Bird both in big, big trouble. Now, I'm not sure what will happen with Vergne, but Bird is definitely out of the race by the looks of this. Oh, it's... Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It always looks like Sam Bird could do so much, and he has such bad luck, or he gets caught up in a tangle. It's always the danger when you qualify midfield as well that something like this is going to happen. We have a yellow flag at the moment. I don't know if they're going to bring out the safety car. He stopped right there on the start-finish straight, and the cars are just whizzing by. Surely they will have a full course yellow at least, I would guess. So Bird remains in his car. He hasn't jumped out yet. I wonder if he jumps out, that necessitates the need for a full course yellow or a safety car. Van Dorn moving up into 18th. He just gets past Turvey. Attack mode now. Still nobody from the top 5. Actually, nobody from the top 7 has taken attack mode. Roland and Buemi do have attack mode. So yeah, and just as I was about to say that, they've shown a shot of them. Roland now is all over the back of Dennis. Roland has gotten past Buemi somehow. Roland has had quite the race. He was in the battles earlier on, and it looked like he was dropping down the order, but suddenly he's in 8th place. We have a safety car. We have a safety car. Oh, torture for Sam Bird. He's still sitting in his car. Still, I guess he can get out now. Such a shame they don't have spare cars in Formula E like they used to have back in the old days of Formula 1. Sam Bird jump out of his car, run into the garage, and be back out on the track again. At this stage, he'd be 2 laps down, but I don't want to say it again. Anything can happen in Formula E. You just never know. So we're on board with Sam Bird. Going around. Oh, it just looks like a car failure. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Ooh, I hope that doesn't happen to Evans. I tell you what, if Evans' car is stopped on the track, I'm just going to get up and walk out. I can't take this. We want to see these guys actually finish the race. You can't have all these championship contenders, all 18 of them, dropping out of the race like this. Vergne is now classified in 22nd place. Bird and Blunkfist are out of the race, so that puts Vergne in last place. So he's really, really far behind right now. So they're showing us a shot of the FIA race director. And that looks just about as interesting as watching me on the camera, I have to say. Not a lot going on there at all. Not a lot. So we still have the safety car. There will be an energy reduction because of this safety car. I guess we're on about lap number 2 now with a safety car. So it definitely will be, well, maybe anywhere between 3 and 6 kilowatt hour energy reduction based on this. The Berlin circuit is looking fantastic today, so it's very sunny. I've always been critical of this circuit, saying that it looks so drab and so horrible. Something happening down here. Lotterer in the battles. Kel Surprise. Here's Bird on board with him now, so maybe it was an earlier incident that caused him to have the failure. This is the helmet cam for Bird, so this is dramatic. Not seeing anything happening at the moment. Okay, they've clearly shown us the wrong shot there. The head of Jaguar, he must be worried, but the implication is that Bird did have some kind of damage and it wasn't actually a Jaguar car failure, which is good news for Evans. Evans is sitting in 6th at the moment, so we still have the safety car, so that's probably another 3 kilowatt hours that they'll take out. I'm going to revise my prediction of between 3 and 6 to anywhere between 6 and 9 kilowatt hours will be reduced. But I am no expert. I'm no expert, that's for sure. Yes, yeah, Bird. As if we needed any additional confirmation. There he is in the garage. He's definitely out of the race. They got the car back to the garage, which is scant consolation, I suppose. It's not over yet for Bird. It's not over yet. He can still do something tomorrow. Whether or not he's in contention for the championship, well, that depends on how everybody else is going to finish today, I suppose. But it's not totally over for Bird. But that's hugely disappointing. I feel so bad for him now that he's out of this race, and the disappointment he had in London as well. So bad. So Vergne, his attack mode is done now. It's not perfect for him that he has attack mode behind the safety car, and with that we have a green flag and we're back racing again. So that really did not work out for Vergne. Mortara is having a go at Degrassi. Degrassi has had to come across so that he has the inside line coming into the first corner. Roland tried to move on Jake Dennis there as well. It didn't work. Oh, there's a 4 kilowatt hour energy reduction. All right, my predictions are done. They are absolutely done. I could not have been more wrong. Between 6 and 9 was my prediction. It was 4. Basically half of my prediction if you're going to go in with averages. So I shan't make any further predictions. Yeah, the track is looking fantastic. It's actually this one shot in particular that I see when we go through the corner with the BMW logo, but then we have the classic aeroplane at the corner. It looks very, very nice, I have to say. They've done a great job. The circuit does look very nice today, so maybe I won't be as critical on it. Last time out in London, I really like the look of that circuit. That is such a hybrid indoor-outdoor race. And of course, we had the rain and the outdoor part as well. It caused so many different variables to be taken into account. The pit lane looked a little bit short based on what Degrassi pulled. Safety car certainly wasn't going very fast either. I know they'll definitely try to close off that loophole ASAP, I guess. So, if I were to ask, what is your favourite circuit out of the Formula E Championship, or your favourite one this year, what would you say? I think it's probably very obvious that it's Monaco, so maybe we just need to leave Monaco out of this one. It's a tough one. It's a tough one trying to figure out what's the second best next to Monaco. I really liked London. I really did like London. Not unusual for an Irish person to say they really like London. Of course, London is full of Irish people. Full of Irish. Not a lot happening here. That's why I'm going off on a tangent. Da Costa is right on the tail of Vergne at the moment, so Vergne does not have a big gap on his teammate, but Da Costa doesn't look like he's going to try and pull any move. Di Grassi was in a little bit of trouble there with Mortara on the race restart after the safety car, but he seems to have stabilised that again. Mortara is having a little bit of a look. Nato does not look like he's going to try and pull a move on his teammate. Fastest lap now comes in for Rast. He's of course outside the top 10 at the moment. Rast has gotten past Lotterer, so Rast now is up into 11, so he's almost into the top 10. Gunter is next up on track for him. Buemi's in 9th, Roland is in 8th, Dennis is in 7th, Evans is in 6th, Nato 5th, Mortara 4th, Di Grassi, Da Costa and Vergne close out the top 3. Oh, now there's Di Grassi. He's very close to Da Costa. And so, Gunter has tapped the back of Rast. Rast is up into 9th. Gunter's in 10th. Buemi's back into 10th. We're on board now with Gunter. All happening at the moment. It's a three-way battle happening back there. And it looks like Lotterer is back through again. Lotterer has lost the tip of his nose. Obviously, that's going to happen if you run into the back of someone. Rast is in attack mode. That explains his move. And another fastest lap for Rast. Oh, Rast is under big pressure now from Roland. Actually, he's just gotten past Roland. Rast is on a really good charge right now. He's making fantastic use of this attack mode. No idea who has fan boost yet. I can safely admit I've never once voted on the fan boost. I don't know about the rest of you watching if you've ever voted on that, but I dislike fan boost. It's not fair. It's just not fair. The most popular driver gets a fan boost. Something was happening there with the Mahindra, and we've popped back to a replay with Rast. So that was Gunter running into the back of Rast, but it is Lotterer who's missing the tip of his nose. But that's no surprise. Lotterer usually has 5 or 6 crashes per race. He just crashes his way through the field. Don't get me wrong, that's very entertaining. But I don't rate him. I really don't. He's not in the same league as Vergne. Although in saying that, Lotterer's in 11th, Vergne is in 22nd. 22nd place. Vries getting past Lynn. And Vries now has just gotten past Cassidy. Vries is in 15th place. De Vries is in 14th. Both of those guys, they need to break through now. Here goes Da Costa. He's taken the lead. Da Costa is in the lead. Mortara has taken attack mode as well. What happened there? That looked like a very clean move from Da Costa. Vergne usually isn't as compliant as that. Is there a championship consideration input? It's a very weird time to be changing. Did Vergne just fall asleep? I reckon Vergne fell asleep. Let's see what happens now when they try to take attack mode. Rast is up into 5th place now. Can you believe that? What a charge from Rast. I think he was in 12th place when he went into attack mode. He's up into 5th now. And he is... Oh my god, he's into 4th place. He's just gone past Nato. He's right on the tail of his teammate De Grassi. Rast is in 4th place. That's unbelievable. What a drive. What a drive. That is brilliant. Round of applause for Rast. Of course, the race isn't over yet. Anything could happen yet. But De Grassi under big pressure now from Rast. Buemi and Gunter under investigation for causing a collision at turn 6. Oh, Degrassi! Degrassi has gone past Vergne. Rast has gone past Vergne. What's happening with Vergne? Does Vergne have an issue? Rast is flying it. Rast is... Oh, Dario Franchitti thinks the same as me. He's flying it. He's going really, really fast here. Now, Degrassi should let Rast through, because Rast has attack mode. Well, he has 1 minute 40 of attack mode remaining. This is insane. Vergne. Oh, Vergne is in trouble. There goes Mortara past Vergne. Evans has gone past Vergne as well. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he tried the move. It didn't come off. So what's happened? What's happened? Okay, Fan Boost, De Costa, Evans, De Vries, Lynn, and Sims. Oh, a little bit different this time. De Vries always gets it. De Costa gets it sometimes. Evans gets it sometimes. Lynn and Sims, that's a new one for me. I can't remember them ever being major drivers that would be getting the fan boost, but that's fantastic. I really like that it's been mixed up a little bit. Now here we go. Degrassi is all over the back of De Costa, and Rast is looking to take a move around the outside on his teammate. This race has really come to life. Mortara, of course, has fan boost now, and that's... sorry, not fan boost. He has attack mode, and this is going to become a really big issue for Rast and Degrassi in the not too distant future. Degrassi needs to take his attack mode. Here goes Degrassi now. He's going for the lead. He's down the inside. He's got him. Rast is going to push his way through as well. Rast is into second place. Degrassi leads. Rast is in second place. Something is wrong for DS Tech Cheetah here. Something is wrong. Xander, you must be happy. DS Tech Cheetah falling away. Is there any point in changing the race leader on the screen? Because I think this is going to change again very, very soon. Is Rast going to get through his teammate? De Vries is in the pits. Oh, you can't be serious. What's going on with De Vries? He's in the pits. The championship leader is in the pits. He's dropped down into last place now, which is 22nd, because the other two guys are out. Mortara is past Rast into second place. Of course, I told you that attack mode was going to be a really big problem, but Degrassi has not taken attack mode yet. De Costa hasn't taken it. Vergne hasn't taken it. Looking at the usable energy, Rast is on 43%. Everybody else around him is on 45%, so he must have used a little bit of extra energy in all those overtaking moves. It totally makes sense. Vasco Soares, I just want De Costa to win just because he is Portuguese. Well, actually, I just want De Costa to win because I think he's a really good driver and he deserves it. Mortara is up into first place. Nato's into second. Oh my god, it's all happening. Okay, well, Degrassi took attack mode and that explains why he dropped down. So Degrassi is now in third place. Mortara leads the race. Can you believe it? I'm going to be very busy constantly. Oh, what have I done? I'm going to be very busy here. No, De Costa is not leading the race, unfortunately. De Costa is in 7th. He's just taken attack mode as well. So let's see if he can make a charge. Let us see if he can make a charge. De Costa, as I was saying, a very, very good driver. My championship pick, the outsider, Vries, is in 13th place at the moment. So he's not living up to that right now. So Mortara, where's Mortara gone? I need to get him up on the screen. He's winning the race. It'll probably change by the time I get this on. There we go. Mortara leads. Nato is in second place. Yeah, Nato, his seat is under pressure, but there he is in second place. 1 place ahead of the guy who could potentially be replacing him. So Nato now has 3 minutes 20 of attack mode left. Degrassi behind him at 6 minutes 40. So Degrassi will probably get back that position. Can Degrassi get back first place though? That's the big question. Da Costa is past his teammate and he's past Evans. Oh no, he's ahead of Evans. Evans has also gone past Vergne. Dennis has gone past Vergne. Vergne is really struggling here. He is dropping here like a lead balloon. He is dropping down. So that's Da Costa now, up into 5th place. Rast is in 4th. Rast is still in a little bit of trouble with the usable energy here. He still has 1% less than the rest of the guys, but we'll see what he can do. Gunter is past Roland. Gunter does have attack mode. So everybody in the top 9, with the exception of Rast, now has attack mode activated. Is this big trouble for Rast? Is he going to fall down the ranking? Mortara has 1 minute of attack mode left and Nato has 2 minutes. Di Grassi though has 5 minutes 40. Yeah, did Vries come back out on the track? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Okay, on my screen I have 15 minutes to go. I can see on the official timing, oh, they're 30 seconds ahead of me. I'm just not going to look at that. That's for your benefit, not for mine. Spoiler alert for me. So Tech Cheetah would move to the top of the championship as it stands at the moment by 1 point over Envision Virgin Racing. Speaking of Virgin Racing, where are their drivers? So Vries is outside of the points. Where's Cassidy? Cassidy is outside of the points as well. So that explains a lot. If any of those guys get into the points. Di Grassi now, he's looking at the back of Nato. Evans gets through on Rast. Oh, Da Costa and Dennis battling. Dennis has gotten through on Da Costa. It's all happening. That was real wheel-to-wheel racing there as well. So I think the nerves have disappeared at this stage and they're just going for it. They're going for a huge opportunity. When you see what Rast did and the way he was able to go through the field like that, there are great opportunities in this race. Vergne is in 8th place at the moment. Gunter is just behind him in 9th, and Roland now tops out the top 10. Bjorn, can De Vries be champ? De Vries can be the champ. Yes, he can, because he was leading the championship by 7 points, if I remember correctly, coming into today's race. If he's out of the race, it looks like he is out of the race. I haven't had confirmation of that yet. Obviously, he gets 0 points today, but he can still win the championship. He's still in contention to win the championship, even if he drops 19, 20 points behind the leader, something like that. And realistically, Vries or Bird need to win the race for De Vries to be in very big trouble today, and they are not going to do that. Vries is outside of the points at the moment. He's in 15th place. Bird is out of the race. So that's a little bit of good news for De Vries, if there's any good news to be had. Here goes Di Grassi. He's through into 2nd place on Nato. Now he needs to chase down Mortara. Can Evans get past Nato? That's the next man up. Oh, there's quite a gap back to Evans, though. Quite a gap back. Okay, just looking at the comments here. Oh my god, I cannot say that name. I'll use your Tesos. Says no, that De Vries can't win the championship. Technically he can. It'll be difficult. I wouldn't like to be De Vries with the brief of go out tomorrow and win the championship. It's technically possible, but it definitely won't be easy. So you're saying there isn't a way? There is a way. Theoretically, if nobody finishes the race tomorrow and De Vries finishes the race, he's champion. Now that's fairly dramatic, but this is Formula E and absolutely anything can happen. But it's a big ask. It's a big ask. Di Grassi is right on the tail of Mortara here. Can he get the move done? Can he get the move done? Oh no, I've just looked at the tracking on screen. I can see Degrassi does get past it. Here he goes anyway. Yeah, Degrassi down the inside, getting the move done. He's back into the lead. Degrassi back into the lead. Bjorn, what happened to De Vries in qualifying and the race? Okay, so firstly, for qualifying, he was in the first qualifying group out. Obviously, he was the leader of the championship. Actually, De Vries is leading the championship as it stands at the moment on 95 points with Mortara on 92 points. Of course, all that could change. All that could change. Anything can happen. But he potentially could still be leading the championship going into tomorrow's race. It's unbelievable. This is just such an insane championship. Vries could win the championship without winning a single race. That's also insane. He currently sits in second. Of course, if it stays the way it is at the moment, he's going to drop down into fourth or fifth. So De Vries was out in the first qualifying group today. The track, of course, would have been very green. Didn't qualify well. He started in 19th place, so he had a bit of a battle on his hands. He was making progress. He was up into 14th or 13th place or something like that. And then he's just pitted. Just a few laps ago, he's pitted. It looks like he's back out on track. He has come back out onto the track. No idea what the issue was. Maybe he got a puncture. He's back out on the track. I can see on the screen that he does have attack mode. Lynn is under investigation for improper use of fan boost, and I had a feeling Lynn didn't have fan boost before, so there's always a danger of this happening. Vergne, of course, was penalised for this earlier on in the season as well, so I think this is probably a slam dunk. I think Lynn is going to get a penalty, possibly 5-second penalty, 10-second penalty. It's really, really unfair, actually. For the underutilization of fan boost is usually what the issue is. So going slower than fan boost actually allows you to go, and you get penalized for that. If you were using it to some kind of advantage where you got additional speed over what's allowed, that would be understandable, but this is insane. Costa has dropped down to 7th place, and Vergne is back into the mix all of a sudden. He's up into 6th place. Take my eyes off the screen for a second. Take my eyes off the screen for a second, and all of this happens. Here goes Evans on Nato. He's got him. Oh well, Nato has the inside line going into the corner. Oh yeah, he makes use of that. Evans gets pushed wide, and Evans has to settle down. Settle down, Evans. Back into 4th place. But I'm sure he'll try a move. 10 seconds of attack mode left. He might have missed his chance there. Of course, all these guys have a second attack mode to take. Or I assume they have a second attack mode to take, unless I wasn't informed and we only have one attack mode today. I don't know about that. Oh, what's going on here? Evans gets past Nato, and Dennis is going to try it around the outside. Now, that's not going to work. That's not going to work, but maybe he can try some kind of undercut here. He's well positioned. Vergne and Costa coming back into play as well. They're getting into this battle here. It's so tight. So this is third all the way through to 7th. Dennis is in the slipstream. He's going to try around the outside again on Nato. It's not going to work. Not going to work on this occasion either. So this is real racing now that we have here, because none of these guys have attack mode right now. So this is car versus car. No boosts, no influences. Can't remember who has attack mode again. Degrassi has attack mode. Lynn obviously has used his attack mode in some way because he's under investigation for improper use. Here we are, replay now with Mitch Evans, trying to get the move done on Nato. Oh yeah, he got the inside line, look at that. Whoa. Very nice, very nice. He closed the door ASAP as soon as he got through that corner. There we are on board with Dennis now. See, oh look at that, the thank you on the Halo. I guess that's from BMW saying thank you, we're out of here, see you later. You can still buy power units from us next year, or drivetrains, and that's what Andretti Autosport will be doing. Jake Dennis confirmed as driving for Andretti Autosport next year, so they have one half of their driver lineup confirmed. Maxi Gunter has not been confirmed yet. I don't know if he'll be taking that. Sims has used his his fan boost. Lynn has used his fan boost. Van Dorn and De Vries have not used theirs, and I didn't see one there for Degrassi. Was it Degrassi had the other fan boost? Don't know if he's used it or not. Maybe he doesn't have it. I could be getting confused here. On board with Dennis again. Yeah, 6 minutes. 6 minutes left in this race. Of course, one additional lap as well. Alright, looking at the energy usage, Dennis actually has the most energy out of the top 7 runners. He's 17%, everybody else is 16%, so not dramatically more energy than everyone else, but energy can be a big deal at the end of the race if it's anyway marginal whatsoever. You can make up positions as people come to coast over the line. Oh, Dennis, yeah, he's looking at the ass of Nato at the moment. He's looking at the back of this car. Can he get the move done? So Degrassi has about a second lead now over Mortara, 9/10 of a second. An interesting onboard here, and we can see the throttle and the regen. And it shows how much power is being used and how much power is going back into the battery as well. There are so many details on the screen, actually. It's quite amazing, but I think I'm just going to concentrate on the racing and screen right now. Where is Vries? Has anybody seen Robin Vries? He's in 16th. Ugh. He's not doing so well. Vries, at this point in time, probably isn't going to get any points. And will find himself dropping from 2nd place to wherever he ends up, 4th, 5th, 6th place. Huge drops for drivers that don't do well in races like this, because of course it's so tight, it's so packed at the moment, this championship. Evans actually is in 3rd place. That one went under the radar a little bit. Obviously I saw the battle between Evans and Nato, but it just didn't click with me that Evans was in 3rd place. Now Nato is trying to take back the position, and Dennis is ready to pick up the pieces there as well if anything goes wrong on that one. And all of a sudden, here's Jean-Eric Vergne back into the mix. Very strange for DS Tech Cheetah. I can't pinpoint exactly what's going on with them. They had good speed for parts of the race, then dropped off, and then had good speed again. Evans, I was about to say Evans only had 10% usable energy. He does now. Obviously the regen kicked in. He went back up to 11. Jake Dennis, yeah, he's the outlier at the moment. He has 1% more usable energy than everyone else, and Rast actually has done really well to regenerate some energy as well, so he's no longer in danger. So it looks like there was only one attack mode in this race, because nobody else has taken 2nd attack mode. I really dislike the fact that I really dislike the fact that we're constantly having changes to the rules, and to be honest, I don't have time before the races to read up on what rules are going to apply in which race. It's very frustrating actually, but anyway, I'll come back to trying to be a little bit more positive. Now Vergne is trying to get past Dennis, and Dennis now has made a move on Nato. Will he get the move done? No, you're not going to get a move done there. So it's the end of race charge on now from Vergne. Ooh, Dennis is not happy, so he's claiming that Nato has moved under braking. Maybe he has. Maybe he has. What are we all thinking of the race today? Has it been entertaining? I'm really enjoying it, I have to say. I could be an outlier myself, but I'm really enjoying this so far. Look, when you look at a train of cars like this, all in championship contention. Bjorn, what will the future of De Vries be? Well, that's a great question. The future is he will either continue with Mercedes in Formula E next season. I don't know this, of course, but this will be my guess. Or he will join Williams' Formula 1 team next season. I think that's probably the most likely outcome at the moment. Of course, Toto Wolff is his manager. Toto, he still has a share in Williams, if I remember correctly. George Russell... Is George Russell staying with Williams? Van Dorn is using his attack mode at the moment, speaking of Mercedes drivers. But all the rumours at the moment suggest that De Vries will be going to Williams next year. And I think he probably deserves his shot at Formula 1. Of course, he's won the Formula 2 championship. He could still, and potentially has a good chance of winning the Formula E championship. As it stands at the moment, if we finish the race right now, De Vries goes into tomorrow's race still leading the championship. Vergne trying the move here on Dennis, and he doesn't get it done. Yeah, finally. So De Vries finally into Formula 1. He has looked like a very good racer, a very fast driver, I have to say. So it'll be great to see what he can do in Formula 1. And Williams mightn't be an awful car next year. It may not be. They've made great strides this year. Of course, with the new regulations coming in Formula 1 next year as well, Williams could magically find themselves back in the midfield mix, or even higher up. Who knows? It's a total unknown as we go. Mortara is right on the tail of Di Grassi. I had not realized it was so tight here. Vries had a bad qualifying as far as I can tell. I didn't actually see the qualifying, but he was, as I said earlier, he was out in the first qualifying group. You appreciate the interaction with the viewers. Yes, well, I appreciate the viewers, I have to say, because this channel is nothing without viewers and without fans, and I really love getting the comments and interacting with them, and that's the point of the watch-alongs. You know, I would hate to be sitting on my couch being totally bored watching the race. It's nice to be able to interact with people. Now, we're on the final lap here. We're on the final lap. Di Grassi and Mortara are battling away. Evans is quite low on energy here. Mortara is trying everything he can. He's trying around the outside. He's trying the inside. Oh, they're going to have to coast to the line. They're both on 0%. Oh, that was a really, really tight. Okay, Bjorn, wild guess. Who's going to be the champ? Who's going to be the champ? My guess coming into this race was that I thought Vries was going to do it. Oof, a wild guess. Di Grassi has won this race so many times, and here we go again. And by the way, Di Grassi has won the race. If I didn't mention that, here we go again with Di Grassi. Di Grassi is going to find himself back in contention. You can never rule out Di Grassi. De Vries has to do it though. Surely to goodness, De Vries will do it. It's virtually impossible. Like, can you believe we're in a final weekend where potentially 18 drivers could have won this championship? It's insane. I've never seen anything like this before. I used to think the MotoGP was fairly competitive, especially last season when Marc Marquez wasn't in the mix. But this completely puts it into the shade. This was incredible. So we have race winner confirmed. It's Di Grassi, and hopefully there are no penalties coming in at the end of the race like we've seen in other races this season. But yeah, so Di Grassi wins. Let's have a look at the rest of the standings. Mortara did come in second. That will definitely help his championship. Evans, strong finish from him. He's in third place. Nato is in fourth. Dennis is in fifth. Vergne is in sixth. Costa only finishes in seventh in the end. That's a little bit disappointing, I have to say. At least he gets points. Gunther is in ninth. Gunther is in eighth. Rast is in ninth, and he gets the fastest lap, so he gets a point for that. And Lotterer finishes out the points in 10th place. So that means, just looking down, Looking down the order, Vries, no points. Lynn, no points. Vergne, no points. De Vries, no points. Bird, of course, out of the race, no points. I really want to see the championship table right now. They need to put that up on screen. Oh, hang on. We have a provisional championship. Nick De Vries on 95 points, Mortara on 92 points, Dennis on 91 points, Evans on 90 points, Vries on 89 points, and De Grassi on 87 points in 6th place. So there is a grand total of 8 points between 1st and 6th place going into tomorrow's race. That is insane. That is insane. How incredible is that? What did you guys think of this race, by the way? I really enjoyed this. It seemed like a procession at the very beginning, but then everybody got really into this. Now, here's De Grassi getting out of his car. He's usually going insane. Yeah, he's happy. He's very, very happy. He's back in the mix. So coming back to my wild guess for the championship. My wild guess is De Grassi. My wish is Vries or De Costa, and also I wouldn't be too upset if De Vries did it, because De Vries has looked very strong for a lot of this championship. Mercedes have had some bad weekends, but they've had some very, very strong weekends, even to the extent at the start of the season where I thought, oh my god, we're going to have another Formula 1 here where Mercedes are just going to take over. There will be, yes Bjorn, there will be another qualifying tomorrow morning. And that qualifying, once again, the groups will be dictated by the championship standings, which means, unfortunately, that De Vries will be once again out in the first group. So potentially, he's going to have a very challenging qualifying. So I still don't know if I like the qualifying format within Formula E, because it feels a little bit disingenuous in that the fastest driver is not necessarily guaranteed to have a good race, because they're going to be down the field, they're going to be battling with everyone else. But I guess theoretically they're down there with the other championship leaders. But yeah, so De Grassi now moves into the top 6. De Grassi is in the top 6. I think that puts him in the first qualifying group as well tomorrow. So there you go. Pros and cons. He's just won the race, but he's compromised his qualifying tomorrow. Bjorn, dang it. Ripped the chances of De Vries. Yeah, I know. It's hugely challenging for absolutely everybody. Everybody in the top 6 now has a compromised qualifying tomorrow, and that's the big problem and the big challenge. But if anyone can do it, De Grassi can do it. Would be really good to see a charge from De Vries. But you know, the one caveat I will say is a lot of rubber has been placed on the track with the racing today, and maybe that will help ever so slightly. Hopefully it doesn't rain tonight or anything like that to wash away all the rubber that's on the track. That might help the first qualifying group. Let me see if I can do this name right. Alesternazia. Mortara for champion. Let's go. Yeah, Mortara. Yeah, the dark horse here. He's been thereabouts for a lot of the season. Of course, he did have one race win. He almost got this race. They're interviewing De Grassi on the screen at the moment. De Grassi won in 2017. Gosh, it feels like it was only yesterday De Grassi won the championship, but it was back in 2017, 4 years ago. Amazing. Anyhow, I think I am going to leave it there for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. It was a great race. I really enjoyed this race. Thank you for all the comments and the likes and everything else. And I hope to see you again really, really soon on the channel. Speak to you soon and have a good weekend. And before I forget, of course, if you like the channel, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell as well if you're so inclined. And as I said, I'll speak to you really, really soon.